Hey, it's Chris again. Some more dad thoughts. I'm gonna do this for a while because I like hearing my own voice. I like some of my thoughts because I'm brilliant in my own mind. But anyways, I talk a lot about sharing things with your kids, sharing experiences, and trying to find balance and not smother them, but open them up to things that you enjoyed as a kid. Um, Experience wise, sharing things with them, it's like being parents. We get stuck in certain ruts, and then we have that moment where we feel old and we're no longer in touch with our children. They quit being the young kids that think we're great, and they become these young people that are just tyrants. They're horrible people. They're just young kids, and they have their own taste, and we're just not cool. Whatever the new phrase is that's this week for hip or cool, or whatever the case may be that our parents went through, whatever it was, we're not that. We are not the one. We are not lit. None of that. And sometimes we try and stay in touch with the youth, and we make bad choices. For example, if you're in your 50s and you're a woman that has just made her hair dried out and blue or purple, if it works for you, great. But I'm going to say right now, it's not a good look. Just don't do it. Let the 20-year-olds do that. 20-year-old kids, 19-year-old kids, whatever, when they're doing their hair like that, let them do it. But you're in your 50s, knock it off. Now, you're in your 80s, go wild. Do whatever you want. You're 80, who cares? But, yeah, as you become, an older parent, don't try and keep up with all the trends and fads. I mean, we all do it to an extent. I held on to my hair just a little bit too long. I was in my mid-30s, and it was getting thin. And this is where it ties into involving your kids and things. When it was time to get rid of my hair because it just gotten too thin, well, I let my baby girl help me shave it off. And her just cracking up laughing as she starts shaving my head. She'd already made a couple passes across it, and then she says, "Are you sure?" It was way too late by that point, but we laughed. It created memories, helped me move forward and be a little more in touch with me and not trying to be in touch with somebody I wasn't. That's just one of those experiences. Kids will humble you, and they'll help you laugh at yourself. Involve them in life choices. You buy a home, obviously you're making the choice, but involve the child. Even though ultimately it's gonna be your choice, your money, your right decision for the family, it sure is nice for the kid when they think they're involved. They have a say. They get to pick out their new room, or they know about the new house. They get excited for it. If you just spring it on them, "Hey, I bought this," they get upset sometimes. They want to be involved. They're part of the family unit. And usually when you approach it that way, the kids are on board. Right from the beginning, they're on board. So I say involve them. Involve them in little things, big things. Obviously you're not going to sacrifice anything or put your family in a bad place because the kid doesn't like what you're doing. If your job is paying you to relocate to a much better state, I love California, but California's just fallen the hell apart lately. Not lately, for a long time. And I don't care what side of the political party you're on. I don't care about all that. But when I look around and I see homeless people everywhere, and I'm getting dirty looks by the people that just have a ton of smoke rolling out of the car while they're parked in front of a park or a school, it pisses me off. When I have to warn my guys at work to not reach down into any kind of a catch basin without protective equipment on because, well, there might be needles in there or razor blades or broken crack pipes. It's an issue. I shouldn't have to worry about that. I shouldn't look around at the park before my granddaughter plays. It just shouldn't be that way. But that's it. So back to my point where if you're moving out of state or somewhere your job offers you a great opportunity that you can't afford to pass up, and your child doesn't want to move from their friends in elementary school, well, yeah, no, you don't make that choice and just change up plans because your child doesn't want to. But when it comes to actually moving, you do include the child. If the child doesn't want to do it, you got to find a way to reason, and ultimately they'll get over it. They'll make new friends. We all make new friends. It's just the way it is. So I say that a lot. I catch myself saying a lot of the same old things, and that's another parent thing. You have your little quirks. We all do. So, change a few of them. Involve your kids more. If you're holding on to that hairstyle from the 80s, let it go. If you're trying to stay in touch with the 20-year-olds and you are now in your 50s, let that go too. They don't need you to be their best buddy. You're not that. You're the parent. You might be the cool parent, but you still are the parent. And that's not a good look for you. That purple and blue hair, just not a good look. Anyways, yeah, I'm rambling on, driving in circles. That's all I have for today. Hug your kids, make good choices, help them make better choices. That's it.